All right, so for anybody who's been paying attention, this has been a really, really bad week for a lot of these AAA studios. Really bad year, essentially. Two of the biggest games have been Pal World and Helldivers 2, which are neither one done by what you would consider to be AAA studios. And we've seen things like Ubisoft have their... I'd say, look, to be fair, there are people who enjoy the game. I'm glad you enjoy the game. I might even enjoy it if I ever got around to playing it, Skull and Bones. But the reality is the game itself, after 11 years of development, was disappointing. Okay, it's not having the result they were hoping for. Same goes for Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Look, I mean, the reality is the game cost $200 million to make. They're not going to make their money back. So these are AAA studios having massive issues, massive disappointments in the development and the actual release of their games. Now we're seeing Electronic Arts cutting 670 jobs. And think about it this way. Electronic Arts, in their statement, I'm not going to go through it because it's really boring. They basically highlight that they want to keep pushing into, the areas they do well, essentially, which basically sounds like microtransactions, battle royale, things that are an easy cash grab, less of the single-player games that require years of coding and development and all that other kind of stuff. So we're also seeing Sony having several of their studios having cuts. Insomniac, Naughty Dog, Guerrilla. If you remember, Insomniac is responsible for Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man. You got Insomniac has a few other ones, but really they're really well known for the Spider-Man franchise. Naughty Dog, of course, Last of Us Part 2. Guerrilla Games is the one behind Horizon Forbidden West. So these are massive layoffs. And for Sony, like I said, 900 jobs across these studios. This is a really bad situation for AAA gaming. But what I find absolutely hilarious is that the thing that IGN, who nobody takes seriously, let's be honest, there's a few people who might actually read their crap and still give them like any credibility as a journalistic outlet. IGN decides to focus on the real issues, black haircuts in video games. This is a topic that I haven't seen for 2 years. I don't think I've heard about this since outlets like the Mary Sue spurged out about this back in 2022 when, Elden Ring came out. Elden Ring, a fantastic game. You can make your character look like whatever the hell you want. Be as creative. Make it look like Shrek. Make it look like Gollum. Make it look like an Oompa Loompa. Who cares? Just do whatever you want to with it. And people loved it. Fantastic game. But people found things to make up to complain about, one of them being not enough black hairstyles. So here we are 2 years later, and IGN is complaining about the same thing. So this article here will kind of skim. It's incredibly long. The person that wrote it, I don't know what they were thinking. Absolutely insane amount of words to say a very small amount. But long story short, here's the summary of it. You have Killmonger from the Black Panther film. Killmonger, played by Michael B. Jordan. I'm going to be honest, I didn't think the movie was all that. I didn't think he was that good. I don't think he's that great of an actor. So I was a little turned off by the entire role. I liked the guy that played T'Challa, who played the Black Panther. I thought he was really good. Didn't like the guy that played Killmonger. Whatever. That's personal opinion, beside the point. They are complaining that every black or ethnic video game character has this Killmonger hairstyle now, which, to be honest, it's a thing. Okay, sure, it's a trend, and you'll see it a lot. They gave it to this guy in this new Tekken game that's coming out. Long story short, trends exist for a reason. Now, the article goes on to complain that there's a lot of black gamers who are saying we're sick and tired of seeing this haircut. I'll be honest, I don't love the haircut either. For me, I think there's so many better haircuts, regardless of your ethnicity, that you could have. But you have these groups like Melanin Gamers. I don't identify myself as a white gamer. I don't understand identifying yourself as part of a group. Melanin Gamers, really? They had their principal researcher said that, Eddie Gordo, the character from Tekken, is not where the buck should have stopped. Even though Insomniac did so much right in that game when it comes to representation, I couldn't believe what they did to Miles, especially when his lineup from his own game was so clean. All right, so long story short, they go through, talk about the cultural impact of Black Panther, of his character, and I get it. He was probably the most well-done villain that the Marvel Cinematic Universe had. The rest of the villains were kind of weak, to be honest, other than Thanos. But going through this article, it is just non-stop complaining and whining about representation and how there's just not enough black voices, not enough black vision, not enough black representation. And the crazy thing about it is they even gave this haircut to the new Prince of Persia game, where, I'm sorry, Persians are not the same thing as Africans or Islanders. I don't understand what the thought process was behind this, other than here's a popular black haircut. Let's give it to a character who's not black to try to get black people to like the game. That's not what I think. That's not what I would do, but I think that's what their intentions were. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Again, you've got people from Black Girl Gamers saying it's something she's regularly brought up to developers when doing consulting work for games and production. See, these are the groups like Sweet Baby Inc., Black Girl Gamers, Melanin, whatever. If this is your agenda, you're part of the problem with gaming. Because it shouldn't be about your ethnicity, your race, your representation, seeing yourself on the screen. It's like how Blade was one of the best original superhero films, and it's been like 25 years since that movie came out, maybe longer than that. Nobody cared that he was black. He was a great character in a well-made movie. It shouldn't be about your skin color. So to demand representation for a small group of people because you're not seeing enough of yourself in a game, it's just ludicrous. And this is the thing that people are freaking out and focusing on in an economy where these game studios can't even afford to function. Like, these studios are failing left and right to actually turn a profit. It's crazy. And so I'm just going to finish off with this. I saw this thing about the Tomb Raider RPG, the tabletop one, and it's just comical because it's exactly what we're talking about. So again, it's like Dungeons and Dragons. You have to play a role, and every one of these characters apparently has like a massive psychological profile drawn up on them. No white dude, you'll notice. Some androgynous chick here, probably native. But can't tell what this guy is. White chick and fat black woman with skunk hair. And it gets even better than that. Prosthetic legs. So they've given this poor woman like she's a minority, and then they made her obese with prosthetics and a terrible haircut with this shaved head here. And that's one thing they never bring up. Why is it that every woman, to be a strong, independent woman, has to have like a half-shaved head? Why do they never address that? They want to complain about the black hairstyles. How come Hollywood and video games can't create a strong female character that doesn't have the stupid side shave on her head? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. Again, I don't think that there shouldn't be black hairstyles in games. I think there should be, if the game wants to have 300 options, then have 300 options. If the game wants to have 4 hairstyles, have 4 hairstyles. I don't care. I don't see my hair in any video game character, and that's fine, because I'm not the character. I give my guy mutton chops and a mohawk usually. That's not my hairstyle. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you later. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching the video. We do have 2 channels, one for daily uploads, the other one for more of my live streams and hot takes. Links to both are down below, as well as the ability to join as a channel member for as little as $3 a month, and that'll greatly help us out. Much appreciated. We also have links to our Etsy accounts down below, as well as our website. We also have locals and Subscribestar. If you didn't want to support us on YouTube, you can support us through those. Thanks again for being here, and we will see you on the next one.